Well, hello everybody, it's your old mate Dave back with you once again, and my usual Christmas greetings to you all for Christmas 2024. And it's been a pleasure being in touch with so many of you through our YouTube postings, our blogs copied onto Facebook, etc. Plus, of course, those we correspond with, and we've got a wall full of your lovely Christmas cards. Well, what do we say about the year? The weather was something, a bit of a trial, wasn't it? Very, very wet and windy, and that didn't always make for good filming. We've undertaken our usual round of trips, which this year started with a journey to Senegal in North Africa. That wasn't without its moments. It was very hot though, and that followed on from a year when we had troubles in Alexandria in Egypt, and it was also quite challenging filming in Senegal. We went out to look at the tramway celebrations in Ghent in Belgium, and I got everything, all my photographic kit, from tripods to my duct tape, the whole lot nicked on a train on the French-Belgium borders. Somebody, I think, trying to raise money for a rubber dinghy, and it was a typical distraction robbery, and one of them got one in one end of the carriage, and the other one came up behind and whizzed everything away while I was engaged in conversation. As the chap at the railway station there said, well, you're good people and you were trying to help somebody, and they're professional thieves. Well, whatever. It came and went, and I put it behind me pretty quickly and got yet more second-hand kit to replace what was itself a second-hand kit. So that was a bit of a wake-up call to security on our trips, and I've just got back from a trip to Asia, as many of you will know, visiting Hong Kong and Singapore, and a side trip over to Batam Island, where I was spotted by one of our viewers. I never expected that. That's got to be the most way out of the way place that I've ever been spotted in. It's been a difficult year for some of the people that we know and some of our relations. We always seem to have that horrible toll of people that have popped their clogs, as we say up north, and this year we have perhaps more than our fair share. And lately we've heard of the demise of Roger de Boer, and he was, like others, deposited his cine film with the online transport archive whilst he was still with us. And that was the same situation with Fred Ivey, quite famous amongst the London enthusiasts, and Fred almost reached the 100. The corona pandemic really knocked him back a lot, and he was never really the same after that, but his collection already been directed to the online transport archive. And talking about them, I am being co-opted, I believe. I told him I hope it doesn't hurt, and onto the board as a trustee, and then hopefully confirmed as such in their next AGM. Sort of ever more involved with them, the wonderful work they do in saving both the still and moving image collections. And this year we've got lots more collections come in, and we work with other museums and other organisations, try and help each other with material. There's certainly a lot out there, but there's a lot more that probably ends up in skip. So if you've got photographs, negatives, slides, cine film, video even now, and we can look after it for perpetuity and make it accessible to those who follow in our footsteps in years to come. So that's one thing that I'm interested in, but of course there's lots of things we engage with. The Royal Northern College of Music, we've been to lots of the patrons' events, and it's a job really fitting concerts in these days. we never managed at all to get along to the hallé at the Bridgewater Hall. And there's the Brass Band Festival, the International Brass Band Festival, now hosted by the Royal Northern College of Music in Manchester, and that comes up at the end of January, so we're looking forward to that. And we're also looking forward to February in the new year, when we'll be off to the Dominican Republic, and I've got a trip booked to go down to Santo Domingo, the capital, and hopefully film the lorries and any buses around. And I'm doing a couple of days out from the seaside to neighbouring cities. So I've got that to look forward. I'm very much hoping that we will be able to undertake the journey to Bangladesh, which was cancelled in 2024 due to the political... Spit it out, Dave. Due to the political situation there. There's this sort of Prime Minister and her opposition, and they were all always at each other's throats, weren't they? And I'm sure we would have been okay, but it would have invalidated our travel insurance, as the British Foreign Office was advising against all travel to Bangladesh, a wonderful country, well worth visiting, and now, alas, one of the only countries operating on an everyday basis old buses which go back to the sort of PD2, PD3 technology, with the sort of flat-fronted version of the ones that you've probably seen in Mumbai. And you say they go back to the PD2, PD3 era. Marvellous to enjoy them there, and lots of railways on 2 different gauges. Should be a paradise for transport enthusiasts. I think precious few have actually visited there, so we're looking forward, hopefully slotting that into April 2025. Got a few other ideas up our sleeves, lots of other countries dangling there that we've never been to, so who knows. And families and friends, well, we thought about enthusiasts who'd passed away. We've lost others. We lost a cousin of mine who didn't keep in touch at all with the family, Michael, and he could have been in China, he could have been in Australia, perhaps he even came back to the UK, not even his own brother knows. It really is important to keep in touch with families just a little bit, even if you don't want to write every week. We regularly Skype or WhatsApp with families and friends around the world, and also join in meetings with Zoom. Perhaps I don't quite get out as often as I used to, but as I say, a lot of that was weather-based in 2024. So here's hoping that global warming reaches lower Peover eventually. Anyway, Mandy has, as usual, been an absolute wonder, getting all the DVD orders off to you and answering the phone and motivating me, give me a kick up the backside occasionally. And we know that life isn't just one bundle of joy for everybody out there, and Christmas and Christmas letters, things, has reminded us of people that suddenly have had to take on their loved ones as in a role of a carer, and that can be so demanded and life changing, and unfortunately very often it's a one-way journey. So our thoughts and prayers are with them, and they're with everybody out there. If you struggle with the this media feast that we have, we can go online on Facebook, we can go online through emails, and we can go, we can do all these different things, and most of them I don't even understand what they are. But, there is an alternative. Just pull the plug. Don't do any of it. Just go along and enjoy doing what you do. And that's the best way to do it. Just enjoy it. And if you're finding it's bad, well, don't do it, or get away from what's making you feel bad. And if you're the sort of person that wants to make other people feel bad, well, I wish you'd just stop it. It's a very sad life that some people seem to have, but we have such a wealth of friends. Our sponsorship of the Northwest Vehicle Restoration Trust at Kirby goes on, and the the trust there goes from strength to strength with our band of preserved vehicles and members preserved vehicles, the trust vehicles. We host not only now the main open and running day event, but also a nocturnal event, and we have special events for members. And in 2024 we're going to be arranging a running day at Southport. That's a first for us, I think. And yeah, marvellous people there. One of our volunteers made it through to the Changing Lives competition as one of the best volunteers. I think he got through to the last 4 out of several thousand, and we celebrated over in Merseyside at a hotel. Quite surprised when we turned up with a whole double-deck bus full of us. So yeah, that's worthy of your support. And I think that's the sort of thing you could do, volunteer, come along, join in the lovely people at the Northwest Vehicle Restoration Trust at Kirby, just on the edges of Merseyside. Wonderful work they all do. And we also still perform our various functions, me as secretary and Mandy as chair of the the Wirral, North Wales and Cheshire branch of the British Polio Fellowship. And that again is a bit of a one-way trip. The membership can only decline, but we got one extra person who'd moved into our area coming along, so we're very, very pleased to have welcomed them. And we only have a small branch, but we try to attend all their important meetings and their AGM, etc., amongst all the other things that we do. So very full lives we lead indeed, and of course we still have a relationship with our church. We now worship at St Wilfrid's over at Mobley, but still in touch with people from St Oswald's, and of course we wish them all well. So for everybody out there, if you watch us regularly or watch us now and again, thanks for calling by. On behalf of myself and Mandy, God bless, and I hope you have a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous and healthy New Year for 2025. So, for now, yes, bye-bye everybody. Stay well, stay safe, be good, and if you can, be kind to other people, even when they do get in the way of your best shot of the day. So, bye-bye everybody. Goodbye. One take. That's it.